Make it all smooth. Colby, you go first. Not bad. Again, keep going. Yeah, don't wait. Just keep going, just alternate. Good, go to the right too. Alternate between right and left. Not bad, again. Boom, boom. Good. Other side. Not bad, looking better. Again, both sides. Yep, that's right, exhale when you punch. Let the tension out, go ahead, again. Okay, one thing I want to work on. So the one on the left looks really good, but then what I notice is when you do the one on the right, you're here, boom, boom, and then when you go here, it's kind of like this, right? It's a little bit too much of a hop. I want you to get it to where I'm here, 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 okay? And then I spring back. So do more like, you're kind of looking like this, a little bit like, you want it to be the same thing as over here. I'm over here, boom. Same thing, it's just I'm in southpaw now. Boom, boom, spring back. Go ahead. That's better. Take your time though, take your time with it. So when you get there, you're going a little bit too fast. Get there, make sure you're balanced, then throw again, then spring back. Take your time. Make sure you get good power into it. Go ahead. Not bad. All right, switch off. Go ahead, camera. Yep, keep those hands locked in the whole time. Good, again. Pinpoint with where you want to throw that. So don't throw it here and then throw it here, because you fight how you train. Here, boom, pinpoint, then you spring back, okay? You pinpoint. A little bit tighter, a little bit more precise. Should finish off at his chin for that top one. Boom, that's better. Again. Good. Boom, that's better. All right, good. All right, now you're gonna slip straight punches. All right, yep. Get your balance, get your balance. Should feel natural. Stop. What do you think it is? Where do you feel it? If you had to pinpoint it.
I feel like I don't have enough support on my left side.
On your left side?
I'm accidentally shifting too much of my body. So like I have too much weight on my back instead of.
That's what I was seeing that too. So it's more instead of, so the way you were doing it, go ahead, throw at me. You were doing it more like this, right? You were doing it more like this.
Yeah.
The way that you want to adjust it is in here. Go ahead again. Like this. Right? That's the way that you want to do it. More forward momentum. I have more forward momentum. Right? Go ahead, give me a push. Right? I have more forward momentum. You see that? More forward momentum. Right? Good. So one thing that Cus did when people would come here back in the day, like when a new kid wanted to box, he would sit on the stage with the kid that wanted to come box. And he did this with Mike too. But the kid would come in, he would sit on the stage, and he wasn't allowed to box for 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, he wasn't allowed to box. All he could do was just sit on the stage and watch. All he could do is just soak in the environment. Now, of course, there's not much to soak in here other than what you see us doing, because everybody's kind of doing their own thing. But that being said, imagine you come back here, 40 years ago, you come in here, and you got 20 people all doing the Cus Style together, and they're all national amateur champions. You see Mike in here, and you come in, and Cus D'amato's just talking to you, just fountain of knowledge, just talking to you. He's asking you why you want to box. And he would basically allow people into the gym. It's called the Catskill Boxing Club back in the day. He'd allow people into the gym based on that fact of, can they sit and watch? How interested are they? How much do they actually want to learn things? How much do they really care about it? What I'm telling you to do now in terms of watching, don't take it for granted. Like when I say watch, I don't mean like, okay, well, I don't have anything for you to do, so just go sit down. Like, like what you're seeing them do, like I'm working on it. They're still beginners, but what you're seeing them do is you're seeing them do what you're gonna do. You're seeing them do what you're gonna do. Cameron, don't let your legs get too wide. In general, you want them to be shoulder width apart. So like they should be right over the shoulders. If they're too wide, then you're gonna lose your balance. So you're just gonna watch for a little bit and just watch the way they move. Just watch, pick things up. If you have the desire, you're gonna be able to pick things up. You're gonna be able to see what we're doing, and then I'll work on it with you. I'll work on it with you to the best of my ability. You already got good potential. You're already doing what you need to do the right way. We just gotta make some tweaks, and then you have to have the discipline to carry those out throughout the week. So like the things that we did the other day, remember footwork? And I told you, I was like, this is like the footwork you learned on day one. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to practice it. You got to practice it every day and make sure you got it down, and it's the same thing with this stuff. So just pay attention, like watch the subtleties. If you hear me giving him advice, take it. I'm sure he might work with you in a minute, but just saying, just watch. And then, because when you get on the Willy bag, I'm going to help you with your form. Because your form's good, but you just got to tweak some things, all right?
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. All right, how do you feel? Anything feel off?
I can't tell. I'll do it again.
It looks pretty good. The only thing that... What?
I was going to say,
Go ahead.
I guess the best thing I haven't been learning at is just trying to throw the hooks in all in one motion, because I feel like I'm really just...
You feel like you're doing arm punch? It looks like a little bit of an arm punch. I'll tell you what it is. So, like, when you throw a hook, you should be transferring your weight from whatever side you're throwing the hook to the other side. Yeah. So if I throw a right hand, I'm transferring my weight here to my front foot, right? If I throw a left hook, you see my weight goes over to the right side of my body. So it's really like everything's turning. It's pivoting. It starts from the ground. You're pivoting off the foot. And really the reason that you pivot is because it helps you as a beginner put your body weight into it. You'll notice when I throw my hooks, right, I pivot, but I don't pivot nearly as much as I'm telling you guys to pivot. You'll notice I just do a little jerk, but that's because in my body, and I notice you naturally do this well too, in my body I can just throw my weight effectively. And you get that with experience, but the pivoting helps, and the pivot you need to do as a beginner. But the pivoting helps, and so when I'm here, I basically coil up just a tiny bit. I don't telegraph it, because then that's going to show the other guy what I'm going to do. But I just coil up a tiny bit. So when I'm here, right, and we're fighting, all I'm going to do is just coil up a little bit, and then I'm turning. You see, I torque my entire torso into it. I turn all my body weight, and I throw my body weight to this side, and now I'm loaded here. And then I throw my body weight to this side, and now I'm here. Boom, 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 right? Boom, 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 boom. Everything sets, right? It all sets the next thing up. So, and this is crucial for throwing combos, because if I just throw combos like this, there's no kinetic chain. If I throw everything and then it leads into the next thing, right? It's a whole different story versus where if you're not getting that shifting of the weight, right? So think of it in terms of shifting your weight, and again, try to turn your torso into it as well. It's like you're twisting. It's like you're twisting something. It's like a torquing motion. All right? Just practice that. Throw a hook. Show me a hook real quick. Go ahead. Just throw a right hook. Throw a right hook. Put more torso into it and shift the weight more. It's a little bit better. You're still a little bit upright though. Don't be too upright. Lean forward a little bit more and slip over. Slip over. A little bit slower. Focus on the form. The two things that I would work on with you, and I was going to mention this, is it's the width of the feet. So if your feet are outside your shoulders, you're gonna have a hard time being balanced. My feet, my shoulders go right over my feet. If they're inside of my shoulders, that's no good either. If they're outside of my shoulders, it's too wide. So you want to find that right where the shoulders go over the feet is where you want to be. And, you know, so that's the one thing. The other thing for you, focus on precision over speed. So I notice the way that you throw your hook, stand in front of me, the way that you throw your hook sometimes is you get to the side, I'll see you throw this one nice, and then you'll go like this for the second one, or you go like this. Try to just focus on slowing it down and just being precise with it, and just, right, and just pivot in there, right? So when I'm here, go ahead, slip, throw your, yeah, right, go ahead, yeah, right? When I'm here, boom, boom, spring back again. Here, boom, boom, spring back, okay? So focus on precision and throwing your weight. Again, when I hook, boom, it goes onto this side. When I hook, boom, it goes onto this side. So it's the shifting of the weight. Turn your whole body. Like, you want to view your body. If we take Colby, if I take Colby and I just draw a line right here, he's got the right side of his body and the left side of his body. When you throw your punch, you want to view your body as having that split. When I throw my punch, I'm throwing my weight onto the left. I'm throwing my weight, just divide your body in two and visualize that weight being thrown over and you know, integrate the physicality of it. Go ahead. That's better. That's better. Not bad. The reason that you do these every single day is because when you're boxing, like when you start sparring and stuff, you don't want to be thinking about it. Does that make sense? You don't have to get in there and think about what you're doing. So exactly. The repetition takes care of it for you. You want to ingrain it in you to where it's like, oh, I just fall back to that. And also, these guys are not perfect at the form yet, but you get an opportunity to work on the form every day. You get an opportunity to know the people that you're sparring. All of a sudden, boxing, it's a lot less like, oh, like this intimidating thing where I just walk in the gym, like I don't really know what's up. And it's like, I get to know these people, I get to work with them, I get to work on my form, I get to do the repetition. And then when it comes time to spar, you do jabs and slips, a lot more calm and relaxed. And instead of being in there thinking, you're just doing it. It's just instinctual, right? That's what you want to do. That's why we do these. There's probably about 20 of them that you learn eventually. But, you know, as a beginner, you're just focused on the basic ones, you know, but yes. All right, I don't want to get too caught up on this one. We'll practice it the other days of the week. All right, so, yeah. So the next one you're going to do is weaving. Go ahead.